That spaniel was a 1-year-old puppy called Callie. Isn't that a great light, David? I'll wait till they've gone a bit further ahead and go out into the field. I suppose I could go through here again, but I don't. Not sure I can find where I went through last time. It's not that well maintained, that fence. Yeah, Jeremy Rose. I was just walking past this lovely, lovely black girl talking on the phone. She said, Jeremiah, look, this is serious. That name means I knew you before I was born. And I just looked at her because she was beautiful in the way she was talking, and I thought, well, that's how you should be giving sermons. And I thought of you, and we knew that our names were Jesus and John. Maybe that explains why our homosexual experience didn't last more than 2 seconds in Mr. Davies' physics lab when we let our hands accidentally on purpose touch for, what is it, a moment. And that was enough. I don't know if it made you a homophobe for the rest of your life. I'm very sorry if it did. But then all that stuff was Ted and all the gang, and it all went to shit, seemed to me. Then it all went to shit again when I was in Bolivia. And I wanted you to contact Helen and try and make some kind of connection. I brought her to see you. She knew you and Ellie, and I thought we had a kind of enough of a base, but obviously it wasn't firm enough. Or I think it would have been if there hadn't been an ex-wife involved. That guy is mad. What's he getting? Just beech nuts. I didn't know they tasted that good. Maybe it's the case that you don't get enough down your gullet before it gets dark, you die. There he comes. Anyway, it'd be nice to see you. I need help. I tried to get in touch with Ashley and it all fell to shit again. So I got 2 best friends. Well, I got lots of best friends. I got Simon Thornton as well. That went to shit. And Nick Thomas. Poor old Nick. I don't know what happened to that, but I found a Thomas the Tank Engine in the street, and it's next to my bed. Now, I wasn't brought up on Thomas the Tank Engine, you see, Nick. So you have to go back to MI5 and say, you really need a better read system so that you can work out your influence, doctoring a bit better. Maybe they invented better reads. That's why I'm not allowed into the fucking reference National Archives at Kew, and why I keep being tied in knots when I try to sign up. I thought they were going to do a number on me at Dropbox. Well, they still have. I still haven't managed to use the fucking thing. And actually, that domain thing fell to shit because I needed someone else to to help with the other domain. But I've still got the two names, peoplesdeclaration.co.uk and peoplesdeclaration.com. And the best idea I've heard so far is better reads and the same thing with the music services, and the same thing with genealogy. So the fact that my father had a copy of Herb Alpert's Tijuana Brass, the one with Take 5 on it, and the beautiful, beautiful Mexican girl with this huge cream cake. I distinctly remember that record. I mean, it was very, very popular. But if you know your parents' record collection and you know your record collection, we won't need voting anymore. We just won't. If we get the books, the music, the movies, the countries. We talked, Sinky, about reunion school. What was that one called? The school reunion thing. I mean, why just school? Why not an IBM reunion with Kanchana and Nick Shaler and Tony Washer and Alistair Simon and me and Steve Hillier and that guy who went into a religious seminary, forgotten his name, Peter Cole. A warm little cottage glow. Now that's the mal-exposure on the camera starting to show benefits, because it looks better on the viewfinder than no, it's always overexposing the sky. Needs more of a gamma. Needs a fifth power or something. What is that? Oh, somebody's tried to poison the heart. No, it's just ash from a fire or something. This is Grimsdyke, Ashley. There's a lovely little gingerbread cottage. Actually, I think I walked through here the other day. So these are the buildings that I could see. That these aren't the staff quarters of the Best Western. I think I did walk right through here the other night. The gate was open. I didn't see the sign. £109 a night without breakfast, actually, is what they wanted. If you're here, you can walk around these woods in the night. And that's very interesting. My God, the stuff you see. It looks like, to me, it looked like a kind of low-key auroral display. It could have been hallucination, but it was green light appearing in organic patterns in space right in front of me, which is a bit like what I experienced in the I think perhaps after I'd been given a COVID vaccine, I think this has some hallucinogen in it, or it has a hallucinogenic effect. Because I was tripping like crazy in the first day in hospital. I saw planes of patterns and colours rising from the floor, and it was like the whole hospital ward was a pool of some kind of very light liquid, and it had these planes in it and patterns were rising on it, and then I saw these abstract ideas but with quite concrete things, this red and black pattern that morphed into John Cleese and then turned into a suit of armour with the visor up and then the visor closed, and all sorts of stuff like this was going on right in front of me. And amazing patterns on the roof beam, so I was looking up at maybe that was this kind of death thingy, I don't know. They must have thought I was a nutter. And then this girl came in and she was tripping. She was saying they're coming with a knife, he's coming with a knife. And there's a gay looking guy who was in charge of the ward, kind of the life and soul of the party there, just went up to her and said, there's no authoritatively in a man-like way. And I said, yeah, fucking is a guy with a knife, he's coming to kill you. One of the nurses practically told me to stay in Panama. And I said, no, I'm afraid of the Senna front. Those bastards tried to kill me. Not in a way that shows any balls. So what happens when a bunch of policemen start thinking that they're special forces.